why invest in land, right? Why buy a piece of property? Well, probably for the same reason that many of us have bought a house, right? It's our primary residence. We wanted to own a house, but at the same time, we put some updates into it, and over time it creates value and it's worth more, and you've built some equity into that particular property, right? Land investment would be the same thing, same concept. You're purchasing a piece of property. The key piece to it is that bare land doesn't need a lot of upkeep, right? So you can buy a piece of property and you can just let it sit there, right? And do nothing with it, and it will create value over time. Now, obviously, unless you're paying full cash for it, you would have to, find a loan or do like an owner contract from the person you're buying it with. But you can usually get a longer term than like if you're buying a car, and the values might be pretty comparable. Go buy a new car, $70,000, $80,000 now these days, and maybe you got this like $800 or $900 a month payment, where you could go to the bank and maybe you can get a land loan. You got to put a little bit of money down on it, but maybe your payment's like $300 a month over like 20 years, right? And you go do a few updates. You do maybe you add septic, or you put in a well, or you put in a driveway, or clear a few trees for a building pad, and now that property's more valuable. Or maybe you just buy it and you recreate on it, and over time it just creates value, and 10, 20 years later, boom, it's worth twice as much as what you paid for it. It's a long-term investment. It can be short-term as well. My wife and I purchased a piece of property, and we thought we were going to move out there on it, and we were going to build this big house. We put in a driveway and a building pad, great view, amazing place. And then we just kind of found out that it didn't work for us. Prices had skyrocketed, and we did very well on it when we sold it. And it was just put a little extra effort into it, and we're able to create some additional income. And so when you're out there thinking about that next big purchase to make, think about investing in land. I mean, Earth only has so much property on it, right? And, as populations grow, that land becomes more and more valuable. And so before you go buy that, flashy new toy or whatever it is, maybe you buy yourself a piece of property and you get to go recreate on it. You get to go play with it and enjoy it, right? And so just keep that in mind when you're out there, when you're looking for things to invest in. Land can be a great investment. There are some major perks to it. Another thing to think about too is, maybe you buy a piece of property and then you do an owner contract on it. As a kid, I saw my parents do that a few times with some property. And so then they become the bank, right? The people buying it, they sign a contract. It's raw land. There's not a lot of things that, it's not like selling a house where they could burn the house down. It's, you do a contract at whatever percent, whatever's going on for interest, and boom, every month you get a payment coming to you for that piece of property. It's additional income, monthly additional income. That's amazing, right? And it's just a piece of raw land. Now, the people who buy it, they do what they need to do with it. And if they become delinquent, then boom, you get your land back. It's a great situation to be in. So think about all that. I wanted to put that kind of in the forefront of the mind. Next time you're out there looking to invest in something, think about investing in land. For more information on any type of investments, building code, construction, home projects, go to buildingcodetips.com. I'm supposed to ask, I think that's kind of the thing around here on YouTube, is to ask people to subscribe. So if you like the video, definitely subscribe. I've got lots more coming, and I want to make sure to help you homeowners out there and do-it-yourselfers build your investments, have fun with it, and enjoy.